In 2025, more than 2 million foreigners walked into a Korean clinic. Not for surgery, not for an emergency. Most of them came for their skin. 2 million. That's roughly one foreign patient for every 9 foreign visitors. Among Japanese visitors, it's closer to 1 in 6. 3 years earlier, it was 600,000. Then it doubled. Then it doubled again. Nothing in tourism grows like that, unless something is pushing. So what's pushing? The easy answer is K-pop. The real answer is a machine, one that K-pop only switched on. Start with the face. For 9 years running, when people around the world are asked what comes to mind for Korea, the #1 answer is K-pop. And that image sells. In a 2026 government survey of 27,000 people across 30 regions, 65% said the Korean wave shapes what Korean products they buy. Cosmetics exports hit a record $11.4 billion last year. But a serum is a souvenir. The clinic is the upgrade. Fans don't want the idol's routine anymore. They want the idol's dermatologist. Look at what foreigners actually booked. Dermatology, 1.3 million patients, 63% of everything. Plastic surgery, the thing Korea used to be famous for, a distant 11%. 3 years earlier, it was the other way around. On foreign credit cards in early 2024, surgery took 46% of medical spending, skin, 33%. By 2026, skin 68%, surgery 21%. The knife lost to the laser. Quick, no downtime. And this is the part that matters. Cheap enough to do on a long weekend. Where are they flying from? China, 619,000 patients. Japan, 600,000. Taiwan, the United States, Thailand, Singapore, Indonesia, almost every arrow points at one city. Seoul took 87% of all foreign patients. Most of the money lands in 2 districts south of the Han River, a few square kilometers with a clinic on nearly every floor. Now, the number that actually moves people, the price. A full-face ultrasound lift runs roughly $1,500 to $3,000 in Seoul. In the United States, $4,000 to $6,000. Jaw slimming botulinum toxin, around $100 to $250 in Seoul, $500 to $800 back home. Skin boosters, pico lasers, same pattern. Reuters found treatments up to 80% cheaper than in the West. The average foreign patient spends about $1.5 million per visit, roughly $1,000. Add the flight and the hotel, and for many people it's still less than one appointment at home. So why so cheap? Reason 1, too many clinics. Korea has roughly 15,000 skin clinics. In 2024, 85% of new general practitioner clinics registered to practice dermatology, 50 of them in Gangnam alone. Because cosmetic procedures sit outside national health insurance, no fixed fees, no paperwork, and patients who pay on the spot. For a young doctor, it's the highest margin, lowest risk door to open. Reason 2, Korea builds the machines. That ultrasound lifting device is more likely Korean-made than American. One Seoul device maker alone sold 337 billion won of equipment last year, and its machines did over 5 million lifts worldwide. Homegrown lasers, homegrown ultrasound, homegrown botulinum toxin. When the hardware is domestic, the cost per shot falls, and 15,000 competitors do the rest. Reason 3, prices are public. Clinics must post their non-covered prices, and apps rank them by price and reviews, like restaurants. When every patient can compare in 10 seconds, nobody hides a markup for long. Reason 4, the government wanted this. From 2016 through 2025, foreign patients could get the 10% value-added tax on cosmetic procedures refunded at the airport. Last year alone, 1.7 million refunds. The visa desk moved too. Designated clinics can get a patient an electronic visa in about 3 days. This isn't a trend that happened to Korea. It's a trend Korea built. And it's paying. Spending tied to foreign patients last year, around 12.5 trillion won, more than $8 billion, 3.3 trillion of it on the treatments themselves. But here's the part the glossy Instagram stories skip. That dermatology sign on the door? Often, there's no dermatologist behind it. Of the new general practitioner clinics that registered dermatology in 2024, 65% never billed insurance for a single skin disease. Skin businesses, not skin doctors. And only a board-certified specialist can put dermatology clinic in the name. Everyone else just lists it as a subject. Add a price war. fast turnover, and millions of first-time visitors who can't read the sign. And you get the other half of the story: complaints, brokers taking cuts, treatments sold by volume. Even the machine has a switch. When that tax refund quietly expired at the end of 2025, clinics reported foreign patients dropping 20 to 30%. Lawmakers are now racing to turn it back on. So if you're planning the trip, 3 things. Check that the clinic is a registered foreign patient institution. Look for the specialist wording, not just the subject. And get the price in writing before anyone touches your face. 2 million people didn't fly to Korea because an idol told them to. They flew because a country quietly turned a pop culture fantasy into a supply chain and priced it like a weekend. K-pop sold the face. Korea built the factory. Just read the sign before you walk in.